Welcome back to Renew Your Life. I feel like everyone's so busy these days,
Yeah.
just constantly on the go. It's easy to forget to just relax.
I know what you mean. It's like we're all kind of programmed to be on all the time.
Right.
But this blog post we're looking at today, it actually makes a really strong case for why relaxation is so important.
Yeah. The post starts off by talking about stress, which I feel like is something everyone can relate to, you know? Like that pressure to do more, to be more all the time.
Right. It's like a constant feeling of being overwhelmed. And the post actually highlights how dangerous that kind of chronic stress can be.
Oh, yeah. In what way?
Well, it's not just about feeling mentally frazzled. It can actually manifest physically. Tension headaches, trouble sleeping, a weakened immune system. It can all be linked back to stress.
Well, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is. And that's why this post caught my eye. It really dives into how relaxation can be like an antidote to stress.
Okay, so it's more than just, taking a break or chilling out. It actually has like real tangible benefits.
Exactly. It's not just about feeling better in the moment. It's about counteracting that physiological stress response. It's like hitting the reset button on your nervous system.
So how does that work? Is there
Um,
something actually changing in our bodies when we relax?
yeah, absolutely. Take cortisol, for example, that fight or flight hormone. When we're stressed, cortisol floods our system.
All right.
And over time, high levels of cortisol can lead to all sorts of problems, weight gain, sleep issues, and even more serious health conditions. But the cool thing is relaxation techniques like deep breathing can actually lower cortisol levels and give our bodies a chance to recover.
So it's like giving our bodies a break from being in that constant state of alert.
Exactly. And speaking of breaks, the post also talks about the connection between relaxation and sleep, which is something I struggle with personally. My mind just races at night.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's so hard to switch off sometimes.
Yeah, and that's where relaxation techniques can be really powerful, you see.
Mm.
When your mind is racing, it's like your brain is stuck in overdrive. And things like progressive muscle relaxation or listening to calming music can help shift your brain into a more restful state.
Wait, back up a second. What exactly is progressive muscle relaxation? I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, it's a pretty simple technique.
Yeah.
Basically, you systematically tense and then relax different muscle groups in your body.
Mm.
And this helps release physical tension, which in turn calms your mind and prepares you for sleep.
I've never tried that. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Okay, so we've talked about how relaxation can help with stress and sleep, but the post doesn't stop there. It even connects relaxation to a better mood.
Right. We've all felt that feeling of being emotionally drained, like our batteries are running low, and relaxation is a powerful way to recharge those batteries.
So how does that work? What's the science behind relaxation boosting our mood?
Well, when we engage in relaxing activities, things like stretching, listening to music, spending time in nature, our brains release endorphins.
Oh yeah, endorphin.
Exactly, those feel-good chemicals that elevate our mood. So it's like a natural mood booster built right in.
That's pretty cool. I like that. The post also mentions how relaxation can help combat burnout, which I feel like is such a problem these days.
Oh, absolutely. With everyone being so connected and on all the time, burnout is a serious issue, and relaxation is crucial for preventing it. It's like you're building up your resilience, giving yourself permission to step back from that constant pressure.
I love that. It's like you're saying relaxation isn't about being lazy. It's about equipping yourself to handle life's challenges.
Exactly. And it goes even deeper than that. The post highlights this link between relaxation and heart health, which really surprised me.
Really, I know stress is bad for you, but how does relaxation actually help your heart?
One key factor is blood pressure. Chronic stress keeps your blood pressure elevated, which puts a lot of strain on your heart.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
But relaxation techniques like deep breathing and mindfulness have been shown to actually lower blood pressure, giving your cardiovascular system a much-needed break.
So it's like relaxation is good for your heart in a very real, tangible way.
Absolutely. And the post also mentions how relaxation improves circulation.
Oh, really? How does that work?
Well, when you relax, your blood vessels dilate. They open up, allowing blood to flow more easily throughout your body. And this improved circulation can actually boost your energy levels.
Huh. That seems counterintuitive.
Yep.
It's like you think slowing down would make you more tired, not less.
I know, right? But it makes sense when you think about it. When you're stressed, your body is tense, and that tension can actually drain your energy. But when you relax, you let go of that tension, and that energy can be redirected toward things like cell repair and rejuvenation.
So it's like relaxation is actually recharging your batteries.
Exactly. And you know what else is interesting? The post claims that relaxation can even enhance your focus and productivity.
Really. I always thought that to get things done, you need to be on all the time.
That's a common misconception. The post explains that when we're constantly in go mode, our minds get cluttered and overwhelmed, leading to mental fatigue and
Yeah.
actually decreased productivity.
Mm. So like you need to take a break to be able to actually focus.
Right, relaxation helps clear away that mental fog, allowing you to think more clearly and make better decisions. And there's even a link between relaxation and increased creativity.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so we've talked about the physical and mental benefits of relaxation, but there's one more point in the post that I found really interesting, the idea of relaxation as a way to reconnect with yourself.
That's such an important aspect of relaxation that I think a lot of people miss. In today's world, it's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle and lose touch with our own needs and desires.
Yeah, totally. It's like we're constantly bombarded with information and stimulation.
And relaxation provides that space to tune in to our inner world and rediscover what truly matters to us.
So it's like taking a time out to check in with yourself.
Exactly. The post talks about mindfulness practices during relaxation as a way to foster self-awareness. Have you ever tried mindfulness exercises?
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure I totally understand it.
Mindfulness is basically about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. You just notice your thoughts, feeling, bodily sensations as they arise without getting carried away by them.
Okay.
And when you practice mindfulness during relaxation, it helps you become more aware of your inner landscape, your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations.
So it's like you're taking an inventory of what's going on inside you.
Exactly. And the more aware we are of our inner world, the better equipped we are to make choices that align with our values and support our overall well-being.
That's a great point. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. But before we get too carried away, let's talk about the practical side of things. The post gives some really down-to-earth advice on incorporating relaxation into our daily lives.
It all starts with starting small. You don't have to become a meditation guru overnight. Even a few minutes a day can make a huge difference.
That's good to hear because sometimes it feels overwhelming just thinking about adding one more thing to my to-do list.
Right. It's all about finding what works for you and building it into your routine gradually.
Yeah, I like that. The post also recommends unplugging from screens at least 30 minutes before bed.
Yes. So important.
I have to admit I'm definitely guilty of scrolling through my phone right up until I fall asleep.
It's a hard habit to break, but that blue light emitted from screens can actually interfere with our sleep-wake cycle, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep.
So putting away the phone and doing something relaxing instead could actually help me sleep better.
It's worth trying. And finally, the post suggests something so simple yet so profound, scheduling relaxation time.
Scheduling it.
Yes,
Yeah.
just like you would any other important appointment. By putting it on your calendar and treating it as non-negotiable, you're sending a powerful message that your well-being is a priority.
I love that. It's like saying, hey, I'm important too, and I deserve this time to recharge.
Exactly. And the best part is there are so many ways to relax. It doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming.
Yeah.
It could be deep breathing meditation, listening to music, spending time in nature, taking a bath, reading a book, or even doing something creative like drawing or painting.
It's all about finding what works for you and what helps you feel calm, centered, and rejuvenated.
You got it. You know what really stood out to me in the post was how relaxation can actually make you more productive and focused. You wouldn't think so, right?
Does seem kind of counterintuitive. Like
Yeah.
you'd think to get stuff done, you got to be, go, go, go all the time.
Yeah, a lot of people think that, but the post explains that when you're always in that on mode, your mind gets all cluttered and overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
And that actually leads to mental fatigue, and you end up being less productive. So relaxation can actually help you clear your head.
So it's like taking a break can help you focus better in the long run.
Exactly. It's like stepping back to see the bigger picture. And the post even says there's a connection between relaxation and creativity.
That's interesting because I feel like sometimes when I'm stuck on something, if I take a break and do something relaxing, I actually come back with a fresh perspective.
That's exactly what the post is saying. When your mind is relaxed, you're more likely to make those creative connections and to think outside the box.
So it's not about being lazy. It's about being strategic with your relaxation.
Right. It's about working smarter, not harder.
I like that. And this kind of ties into something else. The post talks about how relaxation is not about being lazy. It's actually about giving yourself the space to thrive.
Exactly. It's not about escaping from life. It's about taking care of yourself so you can engage with life more fully.
So in a way, it's almost like an act of empowerment.
Absolutely. You're taking control of your time and energy and choosing to invest in things that nourish you.
It's like you're giving yourself permission to recharge so you can come back stronger.
You got it. And you know, another thing that struck me in the post was how it talked about relaxation as being essential. Like it's not just a luxury, it's something we need.
Yeah, I think a lot of people see relaxation as something you do, if you have time or when you're on vacation. But the post really challenges that idea.
Right. It's saying relaxation is just as important for our well being as eating healthy or exercising. It's a fundamental part of a healthy lifestyle.
So it's like, it's not selfish to prioritize relaxation. It's actually necessary if you want to be your best self.
Exactly. And the best part is relaxation doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, listening to calming music, or spending a few minutes in nature.
Right. Little things can make a big difference.
Absolutely. It's about finding those moments of peace throughout your day, not just waiting for a vacation to unwind.
I love that. So
Yeah.
it's like instead of thinking of relaxation as something you have to earn, it's more like a choice you make.
Right. It's about being proactive about your well-being.
That's a great way to put it. And one of the biggest challenges I think people have with relaxation is that they feel guilty about it, like they should be doing something else.
Yeah, I totally get that. It's like we're conditioned to believe that being busy is a good thing and that slowing down is somehow lazy or unproductive.
Right. But the truth is, we all need time to rest and recharge.
Absolutely. We're not machines. We're human beings, and we need to honor our need for downtime.
Thinking back, I realized there have been so many times where I've pushed myself to the point of exhaustion, thinking I was being productive. But in reality, I was probably just running on fumes.
I've been there too, and that's why it's so important to challenge those ingrained beliefs about busyness and productivity.
Yeah.
Relaxation is not the enemy of productivity, it's actually a key ingredient.
It's like you said earlier, it's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. And when we give ourselves permission to relax, we're actually taking care of ourselves in a way that allows us to show up as our best selves.
And not just for ourselves, but for the people around us too, right?
Absolutely. When we're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, it affects everything we do.
Hmm.
But when we're relaxed and grounded, we can be more present for our loved ones, for our work, and for the things that matter most to us.
It's like a ripple effect,
Yeah.
Your relaxation can actually create more peace and harmony in your life and in the lives of those around you.
I love that. And you know, another thing that really stood out to me in this blog post was the emphasis on mindfulness as a key part of relaxation. It's not just about zoning out or distracting yourself, it's about being present with your experience without judgment.
Right. So it's not about escaping from reality. It's about really being in touch with yourself in this moment.
Exactly. And the beautiful thing about mindfulness is that you can practice it anywhere, anytime.
You don't need any special equipment or anything like that.
Right. You can bring mindfulness to everyday activities like brushing your teeth, taking a walk, or even just washing the dishes.
So it's like you can turn those everyday moments into opportunities for self-connection,
Absolutely. And the more you practice mindfulness, the more you develop this ability to notice when your mind is racing or when you're feeling stressed.
which gives you the power to choose how you want to respond, right?
Exactly. It's like you're not just reacting to things anymore. You're consciously choosing how you want to show up.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
like taking back control of your inner world.
You got it. And I think this is a perfect segue into another point I wanted to make, which is that relaxation is not something you earn or deserve. It's a gift you give yourself.
That's such a powerful way to think about it. It's
Yeah.
not a reward, it's a choice you make.
Exactly. It's about making a conscious decision to prioritize your well-being and to invest in activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit.
It's like saying, I'm worthy of this time and space to relax and recharge.
I love that. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what are some key takeaways you'd like our listeners to walk away with?
Well, I think the biggest one is that relaxation is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's essential for our overall well-being, both mentally and physically.
Absolutely. And it's more accessible than we might think. We don't need fancy equipment or expensive retreats. We can find moments of relaxation in our everyday lives.
Even if it's just for a few minutes at a time, right?
Exactly. Those little moments add up. And it's important to remember that there's no right or wrong way to relax. What works for one person might not work for another.
So it's all about finding what feels good for you and making it a regular part of your routine.
And being patient with yourself. It takes time to develop a relaxation practice that works for you. Don't get discouraged if you don't feel like you're doing it right.
Right. It's a journey, not a destination.
It really is a journey, and it's so worth it. The benefits of relaxation are just incredible.
I think we've all experienced that feeling of like a weight being lifted when we truly relax. It's amazing how such a simple thing can have such a profound impact on how we feel.
It's like hitting the reset button on your whole system, mentally, emotionally, physically.
And this blog post has really highlighted how important it is to make relaxation a priority, not just for our own sake, but for the sake of the people around us too.
Exactly. When we're feeling stressed and burnt out, it affects everyone around us. But when we take the time to care for ourselves, to relax and recharge, we actually become power equipped to show up for others.
It's like that saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to fill yourself up first before you can give to others.
I love that analogy, and it's so true. When we prioritize our own well-being, it creates a ripple effect that benefits everyone around us.
So it's not selfish to take time for yourself. It's actually an act of generosity.
Exactly. And what's really cool is that there are so many different ways to relax. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
Right. The blog post mentioned things like deep breathing meditation, spending time in nature, yoga, listening to music, taking a bath, even just doing something creative like drawing or painting.
There's something for everyone. The key is to be curious, to experiment, and to find what works for you.
And to be patient with yourself, right? It takes time to develop a relaxation practice that really feels good and fits into your life.
Absolutely. It's not about being perfect. It's about progress, and it's about enjoying the journey.
This conversation has really inspired me to make relaxation more of a priority in my life.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be trying out some of those techniques we talked about.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I encourage our listeners to do the same. Even if it's just for a few minutes each day, making time for relaxation can make a world of difference.
It's an investment in your well-being.
Yeah.
And it's something you deserve.
Absolutely. So if you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just in need of a little rejuvenation, remember that relaxation is just a breath away.
I love that. Relaxation is just a breath away. It's a beautiful reminder that we always have the power to create a sense of calm and peace within ourselves, no matter what's going on around us.
And on that note, I think it's time for us to wrap up this deep dive.
I agree. This has been such a fascinating and insightful conversation. I feel like I've learned so much about the power of relaxation, and I hope our listeners have too.
Me too. It's been a pleasure exploring this topic with you.
And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this deep dive and you're looking for more tips and inspiration on living a healthy and fulfilling life, be sure to check out the Renew You Life blog. You can find the link in the description box below, along with links to our YouTube channel, Spotify, and all our social media platforms. We love connecting with you there.
And we'd love to hear from you. What are some of your favorite ways to relax? What helps you unwind and recharge? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. We're always looking for new ideas and inspiration.
Remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all in this together, supporting each other along the way. And as we wrap up today's deep dive, I want to leave you with this thought. Relaxation is a gift. It's a gift you give yourself, a gift you give to others, and a gift you give to the world.
So go out there, embrace relaxation, and let it transform your life.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of relaxation. Until next time, take care of yourselves and keep renewing your life.